Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jessica here. We have our mindful meditation from 1 to 1:30. Go ahead and wait a minute so that people can join. For now, just enjoy the sounds of the birds chirping. And maybe today it's a really beautiful day out, so perhaps you will consider enjoying this meditation outside so you can feel the breeze, you can feel the sun shining down, nourishing your body. And know that because we are outside today for this meditation, there may be some sounds, some distracting noises. And during those moments, whether they are coming to you from my screen or whether they are happening in your own home or around you, just remember that we'll use these moments as an opportunity to acknowledge whatever it is, those external sounds or perhaps the internal thoughts that may be distracting us. We'll use that as an opportunity to rejoin our breath, to find unison once more. So I'll invite you to find a comfortable seat. So finding your comfortable seat, shift or move around so that you're able to get comfortable, whether you are seated in a chair, whether you are sitting down on the floor with perhaps the support of a pillow or a cushion underneath you. Maybe it feels nice, if the time is right, you can lie down and truly get comfortable. Do whatever your body is calling for this afternoon. And we'll begin to shift and move around, getting all of the wiggles out, getting all of the movement down. Maybe take a nice big stretch. Reach those arms up towards the sky, lengthen out through the legs. And then find a comfortable place for the hands to rest, either in the lap or perhaps on the heart. We'll feel both of our sit bones rooting down into the chair, into the ground below. And for a moment, we will imagine these sit bones are like roots. They are growing down beneath us, connecting us into the earth, planting us and holding us in the here and in the now, in this present moment. So I'll invite you to take a second and actually visualize that happening. Visualize these two roots from the sit bones making their way through the chair or your seat, and figure out what it takes for them to immerse and emerge themselves into the earth. And with that sense of grounding, we can begin to make room in the upper body. So notice the lower half of our body, from our hips on down, are solidified. They're connected, plugged into the earth. And from here, do we have space? Can we sit up a little bit taller? Reaching up and out through the crown of the head. Letting the shoulders settle down. Wonderful. And if the eyes are still open, I'll invite you to let the gaze rest on one focal point. So perhaps finding a tree in the distance if you're outside. Finding somewhere natural and effortless to let your gaze rest. And then you can let the eyes and the eyelids soften. And if you'd like, you can close the eyes completely. And beginning to get in touch with the five senses. This is what mindfulness is all about. If the eyes are open, take a moment to shift your gaze around. Notice the colors, the objects, the shapes that surround you. And if the eyes are closed, can you visualize this? Even with the eyes shut, can you use your imagination to create and paint a picture of what surrounds you? Noticing all the small details that we normally overlook. Can we give them a little bit more attention now? And again, finding the gaze back to center, finding your focal point if the eyes are open. If they're closed, we can just turn the imagination down and begin to focus on our other senses. Noticing right now the soft inhale and exhale through the nostril. Any smells that are pertinent in your space. And shifting our attention to the ears, hearing and listening with the whole body. Noticing sounds in the distance and the way that our very own breath sounds. Moving now to the next sense. Noticing any sensations in the mouth. Any flavors. And perhaps taking the tongue to the roof of the mouth for a gentle swallow. And finally, becoming aware of the space around us. Feeling the touch of the air on the skin, the touch of the clothes on the body, feeling the warmth of the palms resting down on the lap or the heart, wherever they have landed today. And beginning to shift our attention inward. Focusing on the natural rhythm and pace of our breath, its ebb and flow, circulating throughout the entire body. your attention rest here on the breath. There is absolutely no right or wrong. You're moving to your own rhythm, to the beat of your own drum. And just as we witness the breath ebb and flow, can we allow the thoughts that come up to do the same? Simply acknowledging and honoring whatever is on our mind, and then gracefully allowing it to flow outward into the universe, releasing it, making space and room for whatever enters next. Doing our best not to get stuck or hung up on the narrative in our mind. By trying to acknowledge each thought as it arises, we look to soften and to shorten those stories that we often get lost in, that our mind creates. The essence of mindfulness, it is the practice of being here in the present moment, right now. So if we're able to acknowledge, honor, and simply let go of whatever may arise, then we're creating the opportunity to simply be. No longer following the stories and narratives that our mind so often creates. Let's let those go for the time being and simply rest in our awareness of what is right now. We're practicing being here in the present moment. And so if you find yourself having difficulty bringing it back, reeling the mind back in, allow your focus to shift onto one of the 5 senses that we explored earlier. Always knowing that coming back to our breath, relying on the breath as an anchor for this practice. If we ever are lost, or drifting, or wandering, try your best to notice and acknowledge that without any judgment, without letting that inner critic come up. And then simply find a way to get back into your body. And remember, my friends, that this is all a practice. So again and again and again, just have to reframe the mind, reframe our focus. And so exploring this, allowing space for yourself to delve into and practice the true essence of mindfulness. I'll let everyone be for the next few moments without any guidance. my friends, if you are still with me, begin to offer ourselves some affirmations for the day. So noticing what it is that you need right now. And repeating to yourself, whatever it may be, in the form of I am loved. I am safe. I am valued. I am enough. I am healthy. I am happy. Whatever it is that's coming up for you today, and maybe there's something that you feel very strongly about, and you just repeat it to yourself over and over and over again. Something, a gift that you are giving to yourself. Or perhaps you're just allowing whatever comes to the mind to be turned into an affirmation. And finishing up with these self-affirmations. You can bring the palms of the hands together and rub them to create heat and warmth. Let the hands rest on the heart. Take a big, full breath in. Let that breath rise all the way up to the hands, filling the heart. May all these affirmations be true for you today, tomorrow, and every day to come. If you're ready, you can begin to wake the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Perhaps making some gentle circles with the neck. Stretching the arms up over the head, lengthening out through the legs. Oh, how nice that feels. And then giving yourself a nice big hug wherever you are. Thanking yourself for the time dedicated to this practice today. And may these practices continue to benefit our lives and the lives of those around us. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you everybody so much for joining. Next Thursday we will be live streaming from Comora's Cultural Corner. They have a wonderful community garden in Hartford. So we'll be live streaming our mindfulness meditation from the KCC garden next week, the same time from 1 to 1:30. You can look forward to some flyers and some more posters and information to come. We hope that you'll join us for that really special meditation. Again, next Thursday from 1 to 1:30. Enjoy the rest of your day, get outside, and take care.